Welcome to A Scottish Ghost Story a Day, Series 1, Castle Ghosts. Brought to you by bagtownclans.com, the podcast that delves into Scotland's most captivating and chilling tales. I'm your host, Derek McDonald, and today we're heading to the far north of Scotland, to a place where the land meets the sea and where the boundary between the living and the dead feels especially thin. Join me as we explore the haunting story of the Green Lady of Castle Mey, a tragic tale of love, loss, and a spirit who still roams the cold stone halls of our ancestral home. Perched on the windswept shores of Caithness, with commanding views of the Orkney Islands across the Pentland Firth, stands Castle Mey, a fortress that dates back to the 16th century. Originally built by George Sinclair, the 4th Earl of Caithness, Castle Mey, then known as Barrogill Castle, has seen centuries of Scottish history unfold within its walls. Though the castle gained widespread recognition in the 20th century as the beloved summer retreat of Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, it harbours a much older, darker legend, the ghost of Lady Fanny, also known as the Green Lady. Lady Fanny, sometimes referred to in local lore as Elizabeth Sinclair, was the daughter of the 5th Earl of Caithness. Her story is one of star-crossed love, a forbidden romance between a noble woman and a humble ploughman. In an era when social status dictated every aspect of life, this relationship was a scandal waiting to happen. And happen it did. When her father discovered the affair, he was enraged. To ensure that his daughter would never disgrace the family name, he locked her away in one of the castle's tower rooms, a prison that would soon become her tomb. The details of what happened next are hazy, shrouded in mystery and the passing of time. Some say Lady Fanny, driven by her heartache, would often press herself against the narrow window, hoping to catch a glimpse of her lover working in the fields below. One day, in her desperation, she leaned too far and fell to her death on the cold ground beneath the tower. Others believe she could no longer bear the pain of her separation and chose to end her life by throwing herself from the window, hoping to find peace in the afterlife. Whatever the truth, Lady Fanny's death marked the beginning of the haunting. Soon after her tragic fall, whispers spread through the castle and the surrounding lands of a ghostly figure, clad in green, wandering the halls. The Green Lady, as she became known, is said to be a restless spirit, forever searching for the love she lost. Many believe her spectral form is a manifestation of her unfulfilled desires, her bright future cut short by the rigid social constraints of the time. Over the years, numerous visitors and staff members at Castle Mey have reported strange and unsettling experiences. Some have felt an inexplicable chill on the top floor of the castle, while others have heard soft, sorrowful weeping echoing through the empty corridors late at night. There are accounts of sudden gusts of cold air, despite no open windows, and the eerie sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. But it's the sightings of the Green Lady herself that have captivated the imagination of ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts alike. Her figure is said to be radiant, glowing faintly in the dim light of the castle's old rooms. She is often seen near the very tower where she met her tragic end, her face etched with sadness as she glides silently through the castle's darkened passages. One visitor recounted how they spotted her standing by a window, gazing out towards the fields as if still searching for the man she loved. The figure disappeared as quickly as it appeared, leaving behind an overwhelming sense of melancholy. Castle Mey's ghostly presence endured even when the castle was purchased by Queen Elizabeth, the Queen Mother, in the 1950s. After the death of King George VI, the Queen Mother visited the castle and was charmed by its rugged beauty, despite its dilapidated state. She purchased the property and lovingly restored it, turning it into her summer residence, where she would retreat every August and October, but even royalty could not escape the presence of the Green Lady. According to castle staff, the Queen Mother was well aware of the ghost, but was untroubled by it. Perhaps the Queen Mother, having experienced her own personal losses, felt a sense of kinship with the tragic spirit. Despite the renovations and royal presence, the Green Lady's spirit remains tied to the castle, her tragic tale echoing through the centuries. To this day, Castle Mey draws visitors from all over the world, some hoping to catch a glimpse of its regal history, others seeking an encounter with its spectral resident. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, there is no denying the weight of history that presses down on this remote Scottish fortress, or the lingering sadness of a young woman's unfulfilled love. So, the next time you find yourself on the wind-battered coast of Caithness, and the shadows begin to lengthen across the rugged landscape, keep an eye on the windows of Castle Mey. You just might see the Green Lady, still searching for her forbidden love, still wandering the halls where her heart was broken. Thank you for joining me today on A Scottish Ghost Story a Day. Castle Mey may be known as a royal residence, but it is also home to a much older, more haunting tale. Until next time, I'm Derek McDonald. Stay curious and stay safe.